Hello, math friends. This is Mr. McCarthy coming at you with the penultimate video lesson for Chapter 2. What is penultimate, you ask? Well, it's just a really fancy word that means second to last. So yeah, one more after today. We're going to continue with real-world problems. I'm really going to want you to have your slides open because a lot of this is going to be independent today. I'm actually not even going to do a whole lot of teaching. I'm going to let you watch a little video here in a moment, which is why your slides should be open, and then I'll walk you through a couple problems and basically turn y'all loose. So here we go. I'm going to the second slide. This thing right here, that's a video. Pause me, open up your slides in Schoology, and then go watch that video, and then come on back. You love bar modeling. I love bar modeling. We love it together. Go. All right, are you back? Did you get it done? Is that all square in your heads? Are you all bar model professionals? Of course you are. So here are some examples. With Hector, Teddy, and Jim scoring a total of 4,670 points playing a video game. Teddy scores, so this represents your total. Teddy scores 316 less than Hector, but also Teddy has 3 units compared to Jim. How many points did Teddy score? Well, the first thing you're going to do in solving this is you're going to get rid of, you can pause me and read this at any time, but the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get, terrible color, get rid of this 316 so that you now have a total of 4,354, and you can divide Hector into the same units as Teddy, right? So now when you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that are all the same, you can divide, all right, and get 622 points per unit. Teddy is 3 units, 1, 2, 3, so 3 times 622 is 1,866. Yamahama. I'm going to clear the screen. You do need to pause and read that because it makes as much sense as anything I might say. All right, let's continue. The cost of 4 belts and 5 ties is $247. Each tie costs 3 times as much as the belt. What is the total cost of a tie and a belt? Well, we're going to represent a belt with 1 unit each, and the ties, each tie equals 3 belts, so there's a tie equal to 3 belts in cost, there's a tie equal to 3 belts in cost, and so on and so forth. The total cost being $247. And then I want to find out which each of these units is. 5 times 3 is 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So we're looking for the total cost of a tie and a belt. I need to find out the cost of a single unit. Okay, so 19 goes into 247. 19 is 13 times. So each one of these is 13. The total cost of a tie and a belt, well, a belt is 13, and a tie is 13, 13, 13. So you could do 13 plus 39 to get 52, or you could do 13 times 4 and also get 52. Hoi! Did your brain hurt yet? And this is what they're showing here, but sometimes I just like to bash through it too. You can pause and read this, and you can even fill this in if you like. Maybe I should have let you do that in the first place. We're fine. All right. Why don't you read this? Pause me, read it, and then I'll walk through it. All right. Starting out, she's telling us that there are an equal number of red and yellow tulips. Then she sold 624, so we're taking that 624 out. So this is the after, and then after there were 4 times as many yellows as reds. Okay, so we just divided that up into 4. So that unit is equal to 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 that unit. All right, how many tulips did she have at first? Okay. To find out what a unit is, and that's always our goal, this 624 that we took away does represent 3 units. So to find out 1 unit, you're doing 624 divided by 3, which is 208. And then to find the total number of tulips, because there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 units, you're going to do 8 times 208 to get 864. Is that right? That seems right. 864. No, that seems fishy. 208 times 8. Oh, Mr. McCarthy, caught yourself. 1,664. Oh my gosh. There should be like a cone of shame that I should wear on my hand for writing the wrong answer. Oh well. Oh, not 660. Oh my gosh, I'm just off. 1,664 tulips. You gotta have the correct unit. Gotta have it. You gotta. All right. Y'all do this one. Pause, and then I'll catch up. All right, I'm really going to assume that you read all of this and tried to interpret it. Difference between the amount Michelle and Surya had was $420. Whoo-wee. Let's see. So 3 units is $420. This right here is what they're saying is 420. So 420 divided by 3 is 140. So each unit, in this case Surya, is 140. Therefore, let's see, what's the original problem? Ella had, Surya had 140. Ella had 830 minus 140, which equals 830, 730, 690. 690. Oofda. That was a big one. I like it though. Okay, why don't you try and solve this one? Pause me, solve. Okay, I'm curious how you did this. This one seems like it calls for bar modeling. So we got Mandy is 12, right? And Nacha is 12 plus 15, which is 27. Ooh. In how many years will Nacha be twice as old as Mandy? Well, golly, I'm just seeing that if Nacha's 15 years older, 15 times 2, this one seems really simple, is 30. So in 3 years, or I'd actually do it like this. 12 and 15. Next year there'll be 13. No, sorry, 12 and 27. 13 and 28. 14 and 29. 15 and 30. So in 1, 2, 3 years. I'm dying to see what the book did on this. Well, that's interesting. Oh, they did do what I did. Look at that. I did method 1. Woo, woo, woo. I like that better than the bar model. Pause and read if you want to, and then move on. Oh, this kid's so confident. He makes me feel confident. All right, solve, show your work. Pause, and I'll fill in. All right, so you notice this lesson is called Real World Problems. At what point in the real world would I ever care about the total number of wheels or whatever? I think this is a bit of a reach. Anyway, 9 cars and 11 motorcycles is 36 wheels and 22 wheels, which that's too many. I have 8 cars, 8 times 4 is 32, 12 times 2 is 24. That's too many. Oh, for crying out loud. Are there 50 wheels? Yes. How many motorcycles are there? 15. He looks like he rides a motorcycle. Alrighty. Moving on. Let's practice. I'm going to let you practice, put in the answers, let you practice, put in the answers, let you practice. I'm not going to show you how to do these because it's supposed to be your practice. All right. If you have questions, zip them out to your teacher or whatnot. But I'm going to pause and get some answers up. Each time you get to a new page, pause, starting now. Pause and solve. All right, there you go. I don't know what's going on, but these totally do not match the problems in my textbook, but they should match the ones in your slides and my videos, so I guess that's all that matters. Okay, let's move on to the next page. The grocer and Mr. Tan. All right, you solve, I'll solve, and I'll show you my answers in a moment. Go. All right, these are getting pretty wild already. Holy smokes. The grocer one, a lot of us probably do 49 times 75 and then divide by 15 right away. And that's going to give you 245. In this one here, you had to find out the number of packages. So you're going to do 4385 divided by 12, and you get like 365 something. So you have to round up to 366. At least I hope I did that right. 4385 divided by 12. Yeah. So you get 366 packages times $2 each is 732. And then how much money he makes is 4385 times 50. And then once you get that total, you have to subtract his initial spending, that's 732. And oops, sorry about that. That subtract the 732, and that leaves him with a profit of $1,460.50. Man, these are some doozies. All right. Solve these, and then you're finally at the end. All right, did you get all that? Hoof-da-hoof-doof-da. 245 cartons of canned corn. Each one held 28 cans of corn. There are 100. Wow. Cartons of canned corn. Each carton had 28. There were 25 times 20, 28 gives you your total cans. Subtract the 21.98 from the total there to get the white corn. And then white corn cans divided by 42 is 111. And the table shows the beads by a weight at a store. China and Desmond bought some beads from the store. China bought 5 ounces of beads for a total of $160. That can't even be right at all. Okay, $1.60. Are decimals important? Yes, they are. And then finally, 20 ounces. Good grief, there's more to this chapter. Let's pause. All right, friends, for whatever reason, we've got some repeated slides here. So, did it. There are some new let's practice problems. I'm simply going to let you practice these if you need to, if you're confident. It's up to you. I'm going to just put the answers up as we go. You can pause me. I'm just going to write, but pause and solve. It's a $620 washer. If you don't know how we're getting answers to any of these, please talk to your teachers in your live office hours and support times. Okay, apples. Always pause, solve. Oh, this is a great bar model problem. 87 total for a skirt and a blouse. The skirt cost twice as much as the blouse. What was the cost of the skirt? 87 divided by 3 is 29, for a total of 58. Boom, look at that. I showed you that one. Feeling generous. 4 and 5, $183. Oh! Here we go. Did you pause? Did you solve? Did you pause? Did you solve? Oh, this is one of those where a table would work. Jane and her sister, 7 and 2. And then what's it take so they have twice the amount of money? Is 10 and 5. Boom, boom, boom. Next page, solve them. Pause. All right. Did you get 16 cows and 96 stamps? I hope so. And it's finally the last page. Use your calculators on these. Pause. And finally, 15 kids and 956 millimeters. That one was a doozy. All right, as always, check in with your teacher. Do this if you need to. There's your homework or some version of it. I have to stop this video. I have this scary feeling I'm at like 40 minutes, but I hope not. Bye, friends.